Hi everyone, this video is just to help you if your Mk1 Golf speedometer, or more accurately the odometer, isn't working. So what that means is your mileage isn't going up even though your speedo works. So that's what happened to me. Now a common fault is this red cog here gets loose. It starts to spin on the shaft, and the common repair is just to put a spot of glue on it, which I'd done, but it still stopped working. Now I opened it up again, thinking that cog would be loose, but it's not. It's actually still stuck on the shaft well. But what I did notice is there's lateral movement along that shaft. You can see the pin is just poking through the end there, just slightly by a few mil. And you can see I could pull it all the way out and probably make the speedo fall apart, but there's a big gap there, and that's meaning, I suspect, that the red cog on the left is not engaging with the white worm gear below it, which is driven by the speedo cable via that other cog coming onto it at the back there. So the cog is still attached to the shaft, but think it's moving out to the left and disengaging. So the question is, how do you stop that happening? The shaft is 3 mil wide and it's actually tapered down to about 2.8 on the far end. So asking around, the best option seemed to be a Starlock washer, which I've got here. I'm going to use a 2.5 M, so that's 2.5 internal diameter, so a bit smaller than the shaft. The shaft's about 2.8. And so the trick is to get this quite strong little thing onto the right hand side of the shaft. Now I didn't film me doing it because it was awkward, but basically the way I did that was to use actually a drill bit holder as a drift and then tap on that using a pin hammer to push it onto the shaft. You can see that there. Now it's kind of flattened out where I tapped it on, but actually it is on there pretty solid. And this shaft doesn't spin that fast, even though your speedo cable might be going round pretty quick. It's all geared down because obviously it's only clocking a mile, so it doesn't need to withstand really high speeds. But you can see here it's stopped it hopefully moving left and right. There's probably half a millimeter's movement there. You can see it's pretty central to the white worm gear there. It's also not snagging on that little lip just below my finger, so I was a bit concerned it would snag on that, but it seems okay. It is just on there, probably by a millimeter if that, but it is on. And this star washer was ranked at 65 newton meters. You can test it by putting a square drill bit in the end and spinning it in there, which is what I did. Hope that helps. And you can also see me here, just as an addendum, I'm just winding on the mileage just to add a few miles on because mine hadn't worked for a while. So you can do that if you want to make sure there's some sort of continuity on your mileage, perhaps when you're declaring it or something like that. At the back end there you can just see the grey gear coming off the main speedo drive. Hope that was helpful. Like and subscribe if it was. Cheers.